Hey y'all, it's your host Sid. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Medley Media Podcast. If this is your first time here, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. Make sure you follow us as well. If you are a returning visitor, thank you so much as well for the view. So we do have a special guest in the building, y'all. We have Miss Keishlino. How are you today?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Keishlino coming to you live.
Period. Coming to you live, absolutely, right here in the Medley Media Studio. So glad to have you. So y'all go ahead and check out her Instagram as well as her YouTube. You'll find the link there in her bio. That is Keishlino with 3 O's to be exact. So let's go ahead and get into it. So where are you from?
So I am originally from Clemson, South Carolina, but I reside here in Charlotte. Well, not here because we're not even in Charlotte.
But yeah.
In Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been here since 2006.
Okay, shout out to the 704. I'm actually there almost every weekend. Okay, with my girls. Shout out Black Vanity too. I go there for get my nails done specifically for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My friend, she does nails down there. Okay, so you want to touch on your upbringing since you're from Charlotte. I know a little bit about Charlotte. How was your upbringing there?
So I moved there actually high school.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm from Clemson, so like the transition from Clemson to Charlotte was major because I'm gonna be completely honest. When I was in Clemson, I was going to a private school.
Okay.
I was the only black girl in my school and in the dance studio that I danced at.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been dancing since I was 3. So like I danced, I cheered, I did pageants, and majority of everything I was the only black girl. So I kind of like was white or thought I was white.
Yeah.
Because I hung around the white kids. So like coming to Charlotte, it was really different. And then it was like my high school year. So you know, like with Charlotte, high school, that was just different.
Right.
So it was very interesting and different. Like I honestly tell people, I say that's when I became black.
Yeah, that's when he's like, oh, I'm black.
Because I went to a public school. I went to public school in 7th and 8th grade. I didn't go to no public school until then. So, like, literally, that was my first time. And at that public school, it was still a good mixture.
Yeah.
My first year was at West Meck in 9th grade.
Oh, okay.
And, child, West Meck was...
Ooh, child.
It was crazy. But coming up in Charlotte from high school, transitioning from that regular, you know, like bougie life to this real deal, yeah.
It was a cultural shock almost.
It really was.
Yeah.
Like everything changed for me. My appearance, like what I would wear, how I would talk. I was country. Oh my God, I was so country.
Is it country in Clemson?
Yes.
Okay.
It's nothing but white people. And it's just down south country, like.
Yeah, that's when I went to school in Greensboro. I still went to a white high school, but as soon as I graduated, I shot straight to Charlotte.
Oh my God, it's
like, I couldn't wait to get there. Yeah, so I definitely get that. Okay, and so when I want to touch on you going to Livingston a little bit as well while we're talking about school in Charlotte. How was that for you? Because I used to go to Livingston just to go to the parties.
Honestly, Livingston, when I went to Livingston, it was different too. That was another change that happened with me as well because high school, I was like learning still because like I said, I came from white. So being in high school, I was still like being me, but I didn't go nowhere.
Right.
So when I went to Livingston, I was able to do everything. Like I was going to the parties. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't really go out until probably my sophomore year. My freshman year, I was still
in that shell a little bit.
Yes, I was in the room watching everybody because I was what do they call it? Like not the RA, but the assistant. So
you had like to watch a hall?
Yeah, I was an RA at one point, but that was afterwards. But yeah, I was the one that was just looking at everybody like, Right. They finna go out. Yeah, y'all look crazy. Then come find out when I started dipping and dabbing and the parties, yeah.
Now you see, yeah.
I was out there, like.
Yeah, it really be like that.
It was fun.
Okay, so, and I did hear you say that you mentioned dancing since you were 3 and having growing up doing that. So how was that dancing at such a young age? What even made you start dancing?
honestly, my mom, she put me into dance. She put me into everything that I've been doing literally was because of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because she put me in those things to explain to me as a dwarf that I could still do things that everybody else could do.
Very true. Mm-hmm.
She didn't really know how to, like, explain it in words to where I would understand. So the easiest way was for me to actually do stuff and see that, okay, I'm different, but I'm still doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a learning lesson for me.
Okay.
But, I mean, I like doing it, so she kept me in it.
Yeah, and then, you just kept going within yourself and all that. Okay.
I always want to do everything.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that a lot because I honestly feel like that's honestly an important message to anybody who has any type of disability or anything. And I feel like even down to the insecurities about the way you look, it can prevent you from doing certain things when you don't have that push or you don't have somebody behind you, So, yeah, I definitely shout out to your mom for that, for real. Okay, so what's one thing that you would say to an upcoming YouTuber?
Ooh, an upcoming YouTuber. I have a lot of those.
Me too. A lot of friends.
Honestly, I'm one of those upcoming because I still feel like I'm down in the, you know what I'm saying? But with YouTube, it is very hard. It can be stressful. But you just have to want to do it. You have to, like, love what you do, and the content has to just be steady. Like, you have to keep putting out content. You have to be, but you also have to be aware of what you're putting out because you don't want to put out bad stuff just to try and get the views.
Right.
Because then it's going to look bad on you, and then you're trying to go back and cover it up. Like, that's a lot.
Once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah. So, I ain't even going to lie. Like, I used to think about just doing stupid stuff with people or just to try and get the views or the, whatever they say, like, clout and stuff. But then I'm like, that's not even me.
Yeah.
So, definitely, like, it's all in being consistent with your content, having to upload, which I'm still learning. Like, Instagram was different, but YouTube, whew, yeah.
It's a different ball game. You got to edit. And
yeah, oh my God. Editing is stressful.
I feel like that's the hardest part.
I literally cried because I deleted one of my videos that I had just edited, and I was trying to save it for the past 2 days. Tried to go through. I was clearing out my phone, deleting old stuff, trying to delete old videos that I had already edited. Somehow that video jumped to the top, and I hit it and deleted it. And when I finally got done and looked at the last video, and I realized it was the wrong video.
Right. I would have been heated.
I cried.
Yeah, I would have too. I cried about inconvenience.
It was so stupid because I redid it the same day. Well, that night, and I got it done all within like 2 hours. That I had spent 3 days working on the first video.
Yeah.
I said, well, that first video was like a trial because I was still learning. I was still doing stuff and adding stuff. By that time, I had done did all that. For me to redo it, I already knew what I did.
Right.
So that's why it didn't take me so long. But yeah.
Well, yeah, and it ended up turning to being something that you needed, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. Would you consider yourself to be a celebrity at this point? No. Why? Why you answer fast?
Okay, so this is how I feel. Okay. You can say, I can say that I am a local celebrity or I am popular.
Okay.
Because the reason why I say that is because, like, with celebrities, you got people that are actually, like, really, really known. Like, a lot of artists, you can say that they're celebrities. Like, people that maybe have either, not even just radio plays, but, like, people are hearing about them, you know? And, of course, people are hearing about me or whatever. You know, they see me on TV or whatever. But it's like, I'm still to the point where wherever I go, in Charlotte-based, let's say that. Wherever I go, people aren't, you know what I'm saying, like, as hyped. Like, when I used to go to the schools, they would be hyped, but then as time goes on, it's like, I'm still here. Yeah. So I'm still a regular. But I feel, it's kind of like with everybody in their own city, like, I guess, or whatever. But I still feel like I haven't reached my potential or really, like, did what I really want to do to be known. So I still feel like I'm not really a celebrity. I can say a local celebrity because I'm known in Charlotte, but I just be like, yeah, I'm a famous Instagrammer or, you know, I don't really say celebrity, but if the name sounds better and helps me get out there, then I'll take it. But.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, so would you be interested at this point? Would you be interested in becoming like a full-blown celebrity, or how do you feel about that?
Of course, I would love it because I actually do want to be an actor. Well, actress.
Okay. Yeah, actress. Okay. All right. So have you spent any time like in LA, or like have you done that yet?
I haven't done anything that deals. Okay, wait, I lied. I just did a acting gig. Well, I kind of did too, but it's not like mainstream stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I did the reality show, but the reality TV is.
Oh yeah, girl, we finna talk about that.
But as far as like really acting, I haven't really did anything, and I'm trying to, but it's kind of hard now with COVID. But
yes.
I don't really like know where to start, where to go. People say do acting school or classes or whatever, but it's like where, what, who.
Yeah, and I feel that too. I was actually gonna say it's good that you said that you started with like a acting gig and stuff, because that is how you get started. I feel like
right.
One of my closest friends, she's actually taking acting classes and things like that. But COVID has affected her as well, you know, of course, with that. So yeah, I definitely get that. But speaking of the reality show, did you enjoy your time being on The Little Women of LA?
I actually did. It was fun and it was interesting. It was a way of like breaking out of my shell, because for one, I don't do little people. Not like that, but like I used to be scared of little people.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
So when I was younger, my dad took me to a basketball game, and it was little people versus average people. I was cheering on everybody, but, you know, with the little people, when I was younger, I never saw myself as a little person. Like, I didn't realize I was a little person until, like, high school. Okay. And that's honest to God. Like, I actually was looking in the mirror and was like, I'm really a little person. So back then, of course, I didn't really know. And when I seen little people, they look different than I do. So that's what made me think, like, okay, I'm not really a little person, because I don't even look like them. But, I mean, it was no harm. I was young. I didn't know. They were playing. They lost. And it was these big bald-headed white guys. And when they lost, they picked up the chair and was, like, throwing the chairs and, like, picking out the ice out of the thing and just... They were going crazy. And that scared me. I was probably like...
Mad aggressive.
I was young.
Yeah.
So, like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, no, these look... And that was my first time, like, really...
Having the experience.
Being in person with little people. So, when you know how when somebody see... That's like with a clown. After you had a bad experience...
It's over.
Like with a dog. Like, I had a bad experience with my own dog. After that, I'd never liked dogs until, like, I'm kind of growing into it now. But after that experience with those little people, it turned me away, and it made me feel like all little people were like that. So, never really liked little people. But as far as the show goes, I was able to experience being around a lot of little people. That had never happened before for me, so that was new. I was able to do stuff that I never did. As far as the good stuff to me.
Right.
Now, the drama stuff, it was cool or whatever, because, I mean, I actually was able to experience that in real life, like how they make it seem on TV, like, it'd be like that, for real.
Yeah. A whole thing everywhere.
Yeah, of course, you know, they spice it up, because the way they cut things. So how they produce it and put it out on the TV.
Of course.
It could be way different, because some parts that we may film, like some of the stuff, majority of that stuff that I filmed, we filmed a whole episode and it never got posted. They never put it out. So I'm like, well, we did all of that. Where is that part at? Like, a lot of stuff that I did, they had me doing. Some of it never got seen. So, like, a lot of stuff people don't know. Like, it's a whole bunch of content that they just mix and match.
And put it together how they need the show to look at the time. Right. Yeah, that's actually not surprising, but it's just honestly a relief of my curiosity, I will say, to to just wonder how that really goes.
It's kind of like, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing when people don't know. But then it's like it's a good thing to know, like, okay, they really do be like that, but then we know that they do stuff. But then it's kind of a bad thing, because, like, dang, now you done made me think of it in a total different way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes I like tell people, and then sometimes I just like I don't try to tell everything, because then that's gonna kill it.
Right.
It's gonna kill it, and I don't want nobody to be like, dang, I can't even look at it no more, like, because I already know.
Spoiling it, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it is what it is, really.
Okay, and so being that, like you said, now that you've had the experience of being around little people, has that changed your perspective?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even before the show, I was okay with little people because I have friends now that are little people, and I met them before the show. Okay. So, yeah, I had worked, and actually, I had worked with the real BB Judy. And she had us, a few of us little people and some people from the show. I had worked with them before I even did the show. Oh, okay. That's dope. So that wasn't like, it was different because it was more little people. Now I will say that. So yeah, it definitely changed a little bit, but I was kind of like used to it, but not used to being just us. Like, I'm used to being the only little person and everybody else tall. Yeah. Like, I can definitely feel that. 30 of us. When we went to Cancun, it was so many of us walking around, and I was just like, it's too many little people. Yeah, it's just like a crowd. Yes. That's why I said, them conventions, I'm not going to. Yeah. Do they have conventions in general or for the show? No, little people conventions. Oh, I never heard of that. I didn't know that. And you said that you're just absolutely not going to go. No, for what? I don't know. I feel that. You are so funny. You are so funny because your face is so straight under that mask. I can see it. Nah, I feel that. Like, honestly, because I'm tall. I'm like 5'8", 5'9". I might be 5'10" on a good day, honestly. So I wouldn't imagine going to a convention for tall women in their 20s. That just sounds like something I'm not going to. Yeah, they really have, like, little people convention, and it'd be thousands of them. Like, yeah. The visual. Okay. All right. So how is TV different than social media? Like reality TV, how is that different than like YouTube and social media and things like that? Well, for one, TV. That's a good question. I've never been asked that. So okay, good. Let's see. I feel like reality TV. Well, because both you get to, reshoot, redo. You both create different, visuals or whatever. But of course, reality TV, it just depends on, I don't know. I really don't feel like there is a difference because you can't say fan base wise because you still have fans. You just don't know that you have them because you don't see them through a phone. I guess that would be the only difference. I really don't feel like there is much of a difference. As far as you can react, I can react back. Like, talk back to the people. I can't really do that with TV because unless they hit me up on Instagram. Yeah. It's kind of the same. Really the same. Yeah. Yeah, and I can definitely see that, especially as we progress in time. And I mean, hell, it is 2020. I mean, everything is basically, going through video anyway. So, like, people are making TV content just within a shorter period of time. Okay. Now, that would be the difference. People aren't making 30-minute shows on Instagram. Like, you literally have to put all of your content into so many seconds if you don't want it to become IGTV or if you don't want to do, like, live stuff. Yeah. Or how is it now with the reels? That's only 15 to 30 seconds now, too. Okay, yeah. So you definitely just have to limit your time, I guess. Yeah, that makes me think about Vine. Yeah. Back in the day, like, you had to actually be funny to do something and go viral for 6 seconds. Yeah. Like, you had to actually be funny. It was a waste. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so when you're deciding your YouTube prank content, how do you go about that? Because I noticed you have a few pranks on your... So I do have a few. I've actually been trying to work on some more stuff. It's just having to, like, stick to being original, or not even really original, because I could do a prank that somebody already else did, but it's more so trying to, like, be myself. Like, sticking to being myself, still being true, still being authentic, because I don't want it to make it seem fake. Okay. like the last prank that I just did on my aunt with the lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew that it was going to work with her because all of them, they do scratch-offs.
Oh, okay.
They buy tickets all the time. So when I
that's
gave
not
them
far
a ticket,
off. Yeah.
my mom, she doesn't. So it would have been stupid for me to try and go do her because she don't even know nothing about. She do not buy no tickets. So that
Yeah.
wouldn't have even. It wouldn't even been real.
Yeah.
As far as my aunts now, they didn't even flip it over, read the back. They just seen a ticket and was like.
And knew they hit. Yeah, that was funny.
So, I mean, it just all depends. As far as that bird prank that I did, that was probably one of my best ones.
Mm-hmm.
That one was because originally, before I even thought about the bird prank, we did have some birds that kept coming to our light thing, and they kept making a nest.
Mm-hmm.
So we kept talking about it. We kept telling our landlord, well, not a landlord, but the management people and the maintenance guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he never did nothing about it. So I was like, days go on. I said, oh my God, I'm about to do a prank on my mom and tell her the bird flew in the house. Because every time we would open the door, the bird would be right there. So that day when she came home and I had did that, it was so perfect. Because she didn't think twice that it would be a prank. For one, that was my first one. And then for her to think that was a prank, like she really thought the bird flew in the house.
Yeah.
Because I kept complaining about the bird. But
Yeah, so that's good. So basically, to have a true background story to your prank is how to keep it real. Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah. All right, I feel that. So the next question that I have for you, something that you like to do that other people might think is weird.
I like certain smells of stuff, like smelling cardboard, smelling bags. I like smelling markers. I like the smell of gas. Like, I don't know.
I like the smell of what everybody likes smell, but like the actual jug smell of laundry detergent.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When I be washing my clothes, I be like this, and I know.
My best friend put me onto that. I used to think she was so weird for that.
I don't know. Like, I don't know anything else. I mean, dancing, of course. Everybody. I be dancing in the stores. Oh, when I'm waiting. I think everybody do that though. When you waiting for your food in the microwave.
You dance in front of the microwave.
And I dance when I eat.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
If I'm eating and I've been hungry,
down, listen.
I'm down there like this.
Listen, I'm gonna stop talking.
Before you hear me,
girl, you missed. I just smashed some wings right there before you got here. I didn't eat all day, girl. Starve me. I feel you. I definitely dance when I eat. I feel you. But the cardboard. Yeah, I never heard that. I never heard anybody smell cardboard.
Like cardboard, like fresh cardboard, fresh.
Like a fresh book or fresh notebook. I can do that.
Fresh books. Like the boxes, like from packages and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can smell what you're talking about.
Fresh
Yeah.
magazines.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
I like the smell of money.
Oh, me too. Yeah, that.
Like, yeah, just like
and like
bank,
the new
out the
bags
bank money.
at the Walmart, like or grocery, like them.
I didn't know those had a smell.
You gotta get the new ones, like right there off.
When they still be stuck together. You just gotta take the whole thing off the rack. Yeah, yeah. I've done that, but not to smell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is: if you could go back to a certain decade just for the fashion, which decade and why?
Before I grew up, which would be the 90s. I mean, I was born in 92,
Same.
but...
Well, I was born in the 90s, yeah.
I mean, I like the 90s. The style.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would want to be there as, like, an actual... Like, the early 90s when I was a teen.
Okay, so to like, be a teenager around the time you was actually born.
Yes.
Okay. I feel that.
Or even, like, you know, my early 20s. And that, yeah. Because that's when they were actually, like, the dressing and all of that. I think it was kind of, like, right before the 90s, but that's when it actually hit.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
At the peak of... Would you say that's the peak of hip-hop? Maybe? The 90s?
I believe so.
I think so, too, yeah. I could be wrong, though. I'm going to have to look that up. But, yeah, I feel that. Actually, if I could do... I would time travel twice. I like the 70s just for the afro, little...
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that, too.
But then I also would want to be that same age in the 90s. Like you said, to still be in my 20s, early 20s in the 90s. Yeah. Definitely a vibe. Okay, so what is... Well, we can... Actually, I want to talk about your collection. Since we're talking about fashion... So we have your collection, if you want to touch on that, because I did scroll through. You have the headbands that the girls are wearing, shades.
Oh, I don't even have one on.
So the Keisha collection?
Yes, Keisha collection. I actually just started that last year. I came up with the name like around in December of 19.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to put it out last year in like February, March, maybe.
Okay.
So it'll be a year coming up soon.
That's good.
And I mean, I feel like I could have been way past where I am, but it's all in your marketing.
Okay.
That's one thing I would like to say. But I started out with lashes. Actually, a pair that I have on is, I think, one of the first pairs. Let me see. Yeah. But I don't sell them anymore because I originally had these as, they're called Vitamin K.
Okay.
And my friend helped me come up with the name because they were in a pill bottle.
That's cute.
And I was like, Vitamink. And then I said, nah, Vitamin K.
Vitamink was cute, though.
I did, but then I was like, K, because, you know, my name. And then I was like...
Because it's collection with the K, anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So, I came up with those. I was selling those. I started getting more lashes, was selling those. And then I decided, I'm going to sell headbands. I bought headbands, and when I first started selling those, they were going crazy.
Trendy.
Like, they were
so
going
trendy.
crazy.
They actually still are trendy.
And they are.
Yeah.
But when I first started, that was probably one of my best things, lashes. Lashes and headbands. Then, of course, you know, I started getting more stuff to sell. Just trying to really build because I do want to do my own, like, clothing and stuff. But it's really hard to get a vendor.
I was just going to ask that. Is it hard to get vendors?
It's hard to get a vendor, a good vendor.
Okay.
Like, when I say a vendor, as far as with good quality stuff, because I've went through maybe 3 vendors with the same product, the headbands and the lashes. And some stuff be good, but then some stuff you might get like 1 or 2 things that'll be good, and then 5 or 6 things that just don't even be, like, it just be all messed up. Like, I've ordered a set of headbands, and all of them are terrible. Like, I really don't even sell them. I just have them. So, yeah, vendors is crazy. Other than that, I do sell some more stuff. I did try the little jumpsuits, but the clothing, I don't like about the only thing I don't like about the clothing going through the vendors that I use is because everything that they make, they use polyester.
Yeah.
And, like, spandex. So it's hard to try and, like, find a vendor that actually uses cloth. Or I should say...
like cotton and...
Cotton.
Yeah.
Like, all their stuff, like, even their hoodies and stuff is, like, polyester type spandex. I'm like, that's not even a hoodie.
Yeah. I hate when you can tell something came from China, no shade.
And it's like...
But, like, you know, it got that look.
Baby, because all my stuff, when I buy my majority of my good clothes, not my good clothes, but the cute stuff, Shein. What I got on?
Girl.
This is from Shein.
I'm waiting on about 3 packages from them now.
And when I say I be putting stuff together.
Them up. I be tearing
but
them
you
up.
know, like, I got, like, so many jackets from them.
You have to be picky,
but they ain't
though.
jackets.
Yeah, you have to be picky. Yeah. I only order stuff with reviews. If that's just a little tip.
Well,
Since you be on there, I try to only order.
I do reviews, but, child, I buy stuff because it's cheap. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie. Because I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to finesse it somehow. And I'm going to just make it work.
Yeah.
And if it don't work, then just throw it away. Because I know I didn't pay with that. But, like, what, $10? Half of my stuff, I be paying $7 and under.
The real fashion girls know it's not about the name. It's about how you piece it
and
together.
That I will say.
Yeah.
I've never really been big on names. I told my mom, I said, if I ever get any type of amount of money, I do not care. I don't think I would ever, and I know it will be a good investment later on in life, but I don't think I would ever try and invest in a Birkin bag.
Me either. I actually think they're ugly.
I like them, but I just don't. I feel like I can go get the same bag from somewhere else for cheaper.
Yeah. Because I actually like bags. Actually, recently, now that I'm almost halfway through my 20s, I want to collect bags and perfumes. And when I started telling myself that, I'm like, that's when I came up with the idea. It just doesn't have to be designer for it to be a part of my collection. If I can look at it and be like, that's my bag. That's a bag. I want that bag. so that's when I really just realized it goes beyond the names and the tags and all that. Yeah.
I mean, I literally just bought my mom one of these name brand, but probably nobody really knows the name brand because I didn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if it ain't celebrity known, people don't feel like it's known.
Right, and I hate that.
And the bag is a Brahim bag.
I've seen that.
And I was just like, okay, but it looks good.
It's like HEIM, BROHEIM or something.
It's BRA.
Oh, BRA.
Mhm.
I feel like
Brahim, something. But yeah, I bought her a bag for Christmas because she said she had always wanted the bag, and I never knew what the bag was. I just found out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what you mean you always? I ain't never know you wanted this bag. Found out, and like, when I saw the prices, I mean, they're really not that high, but they are high for somebody who just ain't really trying to buy no bag like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for a designer bag to be like your first bag, it can be
500, like, baby.
I feel you. Yeah, it can have you looking like, whew. Yeah, I definitely feel
it was
you.
something she wanted, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So back to your YouTube, I actually wanted to talk about this specifically. I saw that you made a video bringing awareness to substance abuse.
Yes.
I wanted to touch on that, how that's obviously something that's important to you, but what made you make that video?
So that video came about, I had met this guy through DJ Esud, and he goes by the name of Sauce Pack.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but yes, Sauce Pack. I met him literally March of last year during, I think it was it during CI, right before CI, around in that area. Just had met him, came cool, was trying to do some stuff, because of DJ Esud. He's very cool. He looks out for me. Whenever I had something, he would help out. Whenever he had something, I would come through.
Okay.
So it was all off the strength of him. Met him. He's a really cool guy. And ever since when that situation had happened of, his passing,
right.
My brother actually, he was the one that came up with the idea. And I was like thinking to myself, how can I just put something out to bring awareness, to the people, because it was really crazy, how it happened. Like, to this day, I still can't believe it.
Very unexpected.
So when it happened, he was like, you got to do something. Like, you got to say something, do something. I'm like, I don't want to just get on the internet talking about it.
Okay,
And, I mean, I wasn't as close to the guy, but when you meet somebody that young and, like, his spirit was just so... I can't even explain it. Like, he was very welcoming and open. And, of course, you got wild teens. He's one of those. But he still was one of those ones that would just get your attention to where... So, when that happened, he was like, you got to do something. And then it was probably a week when I finally figured out I'm a dancer. Put a visual together. So, I put the visual together. I asked my friends, and I had the teenagers from the dance studio. I literally... created the routine, put it together in a few hours. I had them come and rehearse that Saturday. We went and filmed Sunday.
Okay.
And that's really how it came about.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely wanted to mention that and get some information about that.
Yes,
I like that. Definitely.
And it's not a lot of people that actually talk about that. Like, you don't see people talk about substance abuse. Not like how they used to have it in school.
And commercials.
Yeah,
and
like,
all that,
people don't talk about it no more. And I feel like it's still very much important. Like, you have people, I don't care how tough you want to be, how gangster you want, like, this is serious.
Yeah.
And if y'all really want to live out y'all lives, stop trying to kill yourselves and do all this other stuff. Like,
I agree.
Think about your health.
Yeah,
I agree. I felt like it was very much needed.
Yeah, I agree, and I like that.
Thank you.
And so you teach dance, right? Okay, so at a dance studio.
Yes, I teach at Fusion Force. It's now Fusion Force Dance Complex.
Okay.
Out in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Very nice. And so, how did you realize that you wanted to do that? Because not everybody can dance, but especially not everybody can be a dance teacher.
Honestly, I didn't want to teach. I just have those teacher tendencies. I mean, okay. I taught when I was in cheerleading. I would always make up the cheers when I cheered in my, not high school, but college. I would always be asked to make up the cheers or tweak a cheer or remix, whatever you want to call it. So from there, I basically, how it happened was the owner saw me at a video shoot. He was like, yeah, we like you, come down. It was during summer camp time. He asked me to come. I did summer camp. He was like, yeah, come teach with these kids. And they instantly loved the way that I would teach with little kids. And ever since then, I just started teaching. He literally saw me one day. Next day, I was working summer camp. September, I had a job teaching. Yeah. And this was back in 2017.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been teaching since then. And that was, my first time actually, teaching in a dance studio. First of all, I had never did hip-hop.
Yeah, okay.
That was literally my first time doing hip-hop. I ain't never did hip-hop.
Okay, so how was that opening up that door?
It was good because it helped me actually notice and differentiate from cheer.
Okay.
And real hip hop. Of course, if you have rhythm, you can dance, whatever, but that's different than actually learning choreography. Yes. And actually performing. So it was different for me. But I grasped pretty well. Pretty fast,
And adapts easily and stuff. Yeah, I feel like me too.
But actually putting a lot of information, well, not information, but content as far as routines and choreography. Whew, child, I'm still struggling. Yeah. But,
It actually requires research. I have a couple friends who like dance and stuff, and they be watching videos, and, you kind of have to take on the persona, to kind of get that feel of this dancer, that dancer.
Definitely. Yeah. And there's different genres, too, so it's you got to be able to adapt to everything. And it's,
yeah, it's a whole lane. Okay. So I have a new segment that I wanted to bring to the podcast, y'all, and I want to start with you. Okay, so it's actually just a little would you rather game, nothing too fancy. But if you don't, I want you to think quick, answer quick on your feet, kind of bring a little, a little spice it up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start with the would you rather segment on the Medley Media. So, ready?
Let's go.
All right. Would you rather live in 2020 again or go 2 weeks with no food or drink?
I'll live again.
Okay. Would you rather call your ex or swim a mile?
Me and my ex are cool. We're best friends, and I can't swim, so.
Okay. Would you rather be hot or cold?
Oh, let me be cold.
Okay. Would you rather have money or fame?
Give me the money.
Okay. Would you rather see into the future or fly?
Ooh, let me see into the... No, let me fly.
You want to fly?
I don't want to see into the future because then that'll spoil everything in the process.
Upcoming. Okay, I like that. Would you rather have true love today or win the lottery next year?
Oh, dang. I can't think about it. Okay, let's say... Oh, shoot.
5.
Win the lottery.
Okay, next year?
Yeah, because true love...
Not everybody believes in true love. Do you believe in it?
No, I do. My ex was mine.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But we just cool.
But you'll still go with the money next year?
Yeah, because, who knows what's going to happen within that year?
Right. You and your true love can break up next year. Now you broke.
Right.
Okay. Would you rather be underdressed or overdressed?
I underdress every day.
Okay.
I don't like to get dressed up.
Okay.
I be wanting to. I be looking at people dang, she cute. I need to learn how to put on clothes. And I be that's doing too much.
Yeah, you got to respect the girls who get up and do it for the gram every day.
The makeup.
Every day. You got it. It's
you
a
got
different
it.
Respect. Shout out to the
Shout
Instagram
out to all
girl.
y'all who get dressed every day.
Because that's hard.
And take your pictures. Because I be wanting to be y'all. I ain't even going to lie.
Sometimes I don't even take my scarf off. That part. Okay, last question. Universal respect or unlimited power?
Give me my respect.
Okay.
I don't need no power. I am who I am. Whether I got it or not, you going to respect me.
Right. We black. We already powerful anyway.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that too. Definitely universal respect. Okay. So just give us a little taste of what we should expect from you coming up in 2021. It's a new year.
It is a new year. It is the same me, but it is a better me.
I like that.
And what you can expect is whatever God give me to put out in this universe.
Okay.
It's nothing I can really say because I don't even know what's coming. I mean, I have some things under work, but
Just move with the Lord with it.
Okay.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
That's
Just
all I
take
can
it a day
say.
at a time. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed kicking it with me
I
here at the
did.
Medley Media Podcast. Y'all be sure to go check her out. YouTube, Instagram, all that. And again, like and subscribe my content for me. Thank y'all so much. See y'all next time.